Thank you for joining me as we look at XCN Onyxcoin here. Checking it out on the daily to give you investors a little heads up of what we think might be happening. Let's check her out. She had a nice little run up to almost 4 cents and came back down. Ooh, a little bouncy, but now we hit this 200 daily moving average bounce from that, also 886 Fibonacci area. Came all the way up to 2.7 cents, and now here we are. Now we retested the 100 daily moving average, and so far so good. There's some signs pointing here that maybe we can hold this area, but we may dip down a little bit, and we could come all the way back down here to about 0.0167. Now, personally, I think that we will go a little zigzaggy here because we lost the 9 daily moving average, and usually from that we'll come down and start testing the 21 moving average, which happens to be down here in this juicy little buy zone. If we zoom in here just a little bit, we see right over here, if you can see that number, it's 0.0132, 0.0133 area would be the sweet juicy spot in my personal opinion. A nice little, and let's just throw a little price label on that guy right there. Make it all nice and juicy looking, nice and green. And then let's throw another one just at this one little level right up above there at 0.014, right at 1.5 cents basically. Let's just call it right through there. So those, in my personal opinion, and according to the Fibonacci and our strategies, a few other things going on here, 21 moving average, 50 moving average here on the daily, do suggest that we might give this little guys another visit over the next possible week. Now we are heading into the weekend as I'm doing this video, or we are into the weekend. Let's come down to the smaller time frame and see what the weekend might be hold for us here. Thank you for joining me here on Road Dog Crypto. If you're new to this method or new to my channel, you might want to hit that subscribe button. Do nightly streams. Don't usually make videos, but I'm throwing a few out there, especially for a few good coins and everything. Currently, you can see we've got a little trend line here. We got a couple of ways that you could look at this. The most severe way would be to track it down this way, and if you look at it in this idea, we may be getting a possible retest here. Now what I would do for these smaller time frames, actually, I would be checking out this angle, this little guy right here, because this seems to be what we are traveling in right now. A little possible channel idea. We'll probably see a little bit better if it comes to smaller time frame. I do want to point out we're in a green Ichimoku cloud. We are below the 50 moving average here on the 4 hour. Puts us in a little bit of bearish territory, and maybe we could bounce around in here because that's usually what happens in a channel. But also depends on what happens here this weekend. We're on the downtrend now. Now the 9 has not crossed bearishly over that 21. If that happens, we could start, our little journey lower. But hey, we got some hope for the weekend as altcoin total 3 does seem to be looking a little juicy right now, getting a breakout. So that should have a little influence onto Onyxcoin here for us. Let's get back to that little guy as we wrap up what we're looking at here on the videos. Now I'm a Fibonacci kind of guy myself, and we'll get to that analysis very short. I just want to come down to the 1 hour. If you see that we're below the 200 moving average, now that technically puts us in a bearish predicament here. This channel doesn't quite look as beautiful on this time frame, but we are kind of respecting these areas. What I would recommend is just draw a trend line. Don't know what happened there, ladies and gentlemen. This is an unedited video. We can straighten up our angles there, or do what I like to do is just copy this little guy, Control C, and put him right up there, and there is our channel idea again. The odds of us breaking it, well, I mean, they're okay, but the indications I got is that we will probably go a little sideways here. So I'm going to put this little idea on the back burner, and we're going to grab out our Fibonacci's and get us some realistic targets here for us to play with for you little traders. Some of these people are playing this in a shorter term time frames, and for you guys, here we are. I would be looking for maybe a possible entry down here, 1.77 cents. There's a good chance that we will possibly get a bounce here. If you're looking for a short-term target, I would be looking at this little guy. Did we move that? This little guy here at 0.019. Let's get you a line in there. 0.0196 area. That is our 618 Fibonacci area. That's also where our 200 moving average on the 1 hour is headed. Short-term traders might get a little benefit depending on if you're using leverage or not, but that's about a 6 to 7% move. We might even get up just a wee bit higher up to the top of this channel up here. Maybe up to 2 cents if we get a nice little higher high going on here. That particular target that I would be looking for a higher high, would be there at 19 and right at 2 cents. Yeah, those two areas right there would make a juicy little short-term target there with if you are playing a little perpetual futures games with this on the weekend. Most people I think are trying to accumulate this for the bigger moves because she can do a lot when she gets a bigger move. For you guys, I'm still looking down here at 13.3 cents. Give it a little time. We will probably dip back down there. A little bit of hopium that we could get as high as 0.21, maybe up to 0.23 if things do go a little bit bullish. But then what I'm seeing here on the time, it looks like it might be a little choppy for this one. But then again, we did see total 3 looked a little juicy for this weekend, so we got a little hope there. Ultimately, I would be kind of play the short game here while we kind of were ranging and trying to do a little accumulation. Some people might also see this as a possible bear flag. That idea could take you down if you're looking at that. If we do break that, it does take us down into this juicy box. So keep that in mind. I think eventually we are slowly heading there, probably into next week. And that would be a nice little place to get it. And that leads me back to our bigger term thesis. What if you do get in down here at these little pivot reversal areas? Because that's what this is. That's the long-term play I'm looking for. And we do come back to the areas that we were before, or hey, trading at now. 50% gains, coming back up to our next target areas up here at that 2.3 cents, 75% gains. Might even get up here as high as 2.6 cents, and that would be a 100% move from down here, allowing you to moonbag it. Meaning if you put in $100 and bought $100 worth of this token here, we get up here, you sell that, take your $100 out, you got a free little moonbag of this guy, and that's the way to play this guy in my personal opinion, because when she gets back up to these nice big targets that I've got for the longer time, we're finally going to get our higher high at some point when this market starts turning around. That will be at 3 and 3.5 cents. And I'm just saying, if you can take advantage of an opportunity to buy down here somewhere about 1.5 or 1.3, get up through there. Oh, those are some nice areas, 125, 161%. And if we get up to where we were before, and we have been here, that's where it starts getting juicy. Now you're tripling your account, man. You got your $100 turned into $300. Your $100 could turn into $340. Don't let it fool you. We've been here before, and we could get there again. And for the bigger picture, where I like to end off, for the hopium, buying it down here, taking profit up here and up here, $1,000 can turn into, 2 or 3 for you if you play it right. Thanks for tuning in. If you like it, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. I'll be honest with you, I need some subs on my channel. Come check me out. Thanks for clicking.